Welcome back, Mosh Pit Podcast. We are here in Placerville with Cross. I know you're like, Placerville? Fucking all the way out there? Yeah. I haven't been out here in a minute, guys. Like, this is...
Welcome.
Yeah,
We're glad to have you.
Yeah, I come out to Sac all the time, but Placerville, I was like... I haven't been out... Because I know I used to have friends or family that lived out here. But I love coming out here. It's...
I like it up here.
It's nice. It's silent. You're out and... You're close to all the camaraderie, but you're still far away enough to like enjoy yourself.
It's
and have
nice.
fun.
It's nice because I live on 10 acres of land, but I'm also like a reasonable distance from Goldfields and Ace of Spades, so I can like crank my guitar amp all I want, and then just drive down the Goldfields. So that's what I really like about this Placerville area.
And this place still throws down. Like the green room gets rowdy.
Yeah, shout out Green Room Social
Shout out
Club.
green room.
I haven't been there yet. What's that like?
It's real awesome. It's like a little hole in the wall, but that place it goes fucking crazy.
Yeah, when you see it from the outside, you don't think of anything of it, but
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, some of our first venues, some of our first shows were there, and all of the shows we played there have been really cool. It's like filled it up, and yeah, it gets awesome.
We have the monthly mosh every month. It's usually the last Saturday of every month. There's a heavy metal show that plays there. It's hosted by a local band here called Thrash Compactor.
Shout out Thrash Compactor.
Shout out Thrash Compactor. One of our first real metal bills was with them.
Yeah.
But they host a monthly metal gig there pretty much once a month. And Parabellum's played up there. Lucid's played up there.
All of our friends.
A lot of our friends have played up there. What were some other bands?
Full Metal Hippies.
Full Metal Hippies was there.
Oh, I think I heard that show. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. I saw some pictures and everything. I was like, that's dope as fuck.
The place is awesome.
Yeah.
Getting into the nitty gritty. Cross started in March 2023, and you guys had your first show at Union High. What was that experience like playing in high school? Because not a lot of people have the balls to like, I'm gonna do some metal, some hardcore shit at a high school.
Right.
I will say professionally, like as like an actual like working band, it started in March 2023, but we've been putting around since like 2022.
Tell them the story of how it started.
not much to say about it. I mean, it was really just me and Anthony's idea back in 2021. We just wanted to find a way to make music and put something out there. And so we decided to go with a band named Cross and just went through a bunch of members.
In Anthony's words, it was an old-timey word for being angry.
Yeah. To be
So
Cross.
I joined as a drummer, and then I left to play football, and I ghosted them, and then I came back as a guitarist. So that's pretty funny.
That's true.
And then let us not forget about Trip Tie.
Oh, yes, the failed Slipknot tribute band that we tried to do, and I was a DJ, but that didn't work out. But
That's
anyway,
how I joined.
that's how you joined. I was, please, can Michael join the band? Please, he's so good, please. And they're like, okay, fine.
I mean, when I joined, I didn't even play bass.
That
They
is
were
true.
like, "Hey, you want to play an instrument?" I was like, "Sure." Like, "Okay, you're playing bass now." I was like, "Okay."
we could not find a bass player for the longest time.
Can't find one, make one.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
made it.
We made our own.
It worked very well.
So speaking of making our own bassist, that was, I believe, your first ever show, right?
Yeah, that was, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I felt really horrible through the thing because
Yeah, he was really sick.
3 days before that, I got really sick, and like I remember coming into practice the day of the show, and I drank emergency and took like ibuprofen, whatever, all this stuff, and I was feeling horrible when I was playing that show. But
And he took a nap and he was all right.
I did take a nap and I was all right. But like, gosh, that was
It's our personal philosophy that if either Michael's sick or Ryan is sick, it's going to be a really good show. So
I get sick so often it's not even funny.
it's not funny. It's horrible.
It's rough. I mean, yeah, like me doing shows as much as I do, it's rough on my body.
Yes.
And also, like, I have to pick and choose. I got to a point where I had to pick and choose which shows I can pit for because I just, like, my body cannot handle every week fucking throwing down in a pit. So I had to, like, save my energy. You gotta trust me, I get it. And also it sucks, too, because I know what it's like the week of doing something or the day of doing something, you feel like shit, and you're like, all right, Dayquil, all right, cough drops, okay, just like what can I do? Like sweet tea, this and that. You're just like, fuck.
That show, it was a whole recipe of having like the first show, like your Spinal Tap moments, like his pedal board didn't even work.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Dude.
that was terrible.
The overhead mics fell and hit me in the eye. Yeah, that was like
I forgot the lyrics of our one original song, even though I written it down, but it was too small for me to see, so I was just like, ugh. You can hear it if you look back on the YouTube video. You can hear me like struggling to read it. I'm like playing and I'm like, huh?
Like,
What?
like, there was definitely stuff that went wrong at the show, but I feel like as far as first shows go for bands, I think it went pretty well.
Yeah.
and I
mean,
fucked
there's
up Seek and
obviously
Destroy.
There's
Yeah.
obviously stuff that like
Was it
didn't go well, but
No, it was Four Horsemen.
overall it was pretty good.
Because,
Because of the drum run.
no, not the drum run, but other reasons. But I won't talk bad. But because I'm nice. I'm a nice person.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
It's okay. But I forgot.
Speaking of bad person, this is brought to you by BetterHelp. Just kidding.
Why are you a dick? Go online and fix it.
But I feel like that Union Mine show, it definitely could have been a lot better,
Right.
but it was still a lot of fun.
Our cover of Creeping Death went crazy though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
the
went
crowd
crazy
was-
for that.
The crowd was good.
I feel like it's hard. Like it depends on how you are with your debut shows. I've seen a lot of debut shows, and I've seen the bands that like just go on. I don't know if you're one like this, but like they'll just be on stage and they'll just
That's what we.
stay in the same
yeah.
spot the entire time. You're just like
Right.
move around.
That's-
Just like one step, just one step to the side, just something.
That's what we didn't want to happen. So we went out there. We were like, we might not sound great, but we're gonna make it look good.
It's
So-
it's our dream to be rock stars, so we're gonna go out and act like rock stars. I don't care if I miss
Admittedly-
somebody.
Besides the drugs.
No, we're good boys. Straight edge.
Yeah, I mean on that first show I was trying to move and stuff, but like I felt so bad. I was like,
Yeah,
trying
he
not to
was
like
still
die.
quoted.
He was the exception because he was sick, so he just stood in the back and kind of.
Like doing the
Just
bass
nodding
stuff.
your head,
Yeah.
having your hair all in front of
Yeah.
you.
I was like, oh, I feel so bad.
The very beginning of like your hair going longer, so it finally like started like laying
Yeah,
down and
yeah.
not like wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that like sensation of like for the first time ever looking over the set and seeing like a crowd of people play like watch you play, that was awesome.
I've played
absolutely
in
awesome.
cover bands with like schools that it was just like, oh, see your kid play. But that was the first time I stood there like with guitar in hand and seeing people like actually eager to see us. That was like one of the first times I was like, this is actually real. Like I am actually a musician that people want to come see. Like this is the first time I've felt one of the first times that I felt like, wow, people really do care and people really do want to come out and see us play.
Yes.
And that's like another thing that's really I think is really cool about this whole thing is that it's like our thing. Like I've seen other bands where like their parents kind of tell them what to do, what they can and can't play, but like this is our thing. We don't have anyone like telling us what to do. We just do, what we want to do.
Totally.
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I feel it. Like I never really had the problem with the parents ever being against what I do, but it's what the biggest was for me was having friends I went to school with that were pretty much everybody I went to school with was like pop and rap, and I was like, ever since I was in elementary school, I've always been a metalhead,
Right.
and like all of them would be like, I would wear a Korn shirt a lot. I'd be like, oh, why the fuck you wearing a Korn shirt, you fucking dumbass? What the fuck you wearing a Korn shirt for?
You're not the only one. I was Angus Young for Halloween in elementary school.
Yeah. I think I remember I like took like a mop head one time and put on top of my head and it was just like rocking out to Korn. But like, yeah, getting into this stuff, it's cool now that it is cool now. It's just the crazy part.
Yeah.
And it used to like not be cool at all. And now people make TikToks with their sounds and shit.
Union Mine, the school that I graduated from, the one that he's, well, not technically, I guess, anymore, but
Kind of.
the high school that I went to and the one that he kind of goes to, Union Mine High School, a lot of kids there are metalheads, like, of, like, new metal, like, so metal in high schools is
Making
pretty
a
much
comeback.
catching up. It's so weird because I remember like when I was younger, like starting to get into metal, I was like, oh, no one really like listens to metal. This is like a unique thing. But then all of a sudden I step into high school and all of a sudden there's like he's wearing a Slipknot shirt. He's wearing System of a Down. There's people like metal besides me, and that's when I decided to just be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop fitting in. I'm gonna like what I like. I'm gonna quit the emo phase and let's get this going. I'm gonna be a metalhead.
See, I think that's so interesting because like Pondo does have some metal enjoyers. I would say
Ponderosa High School.
Ponderosa High School, yeah, Pondo. It's still pretty like scarce at Pondo though compared to Union Mine, because Pondo it's just such a country like base.
Pondo scares me.
And I know Union Mine is too, but country is the biggest thing at our school.
That's why.
I don't mind to throw down some country. 90s country's the bomb. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like put on some Alan Jackson. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'll be jumping.
Yeah, you could tell by how he looks that he likes country.
I'm like the most 80s looking dude
kidding.
here.
Yeah, I've tried so hard my whole life to get in the country, but it's impossible. I feel like to me every song sounds the same, so I was just like I can't. It's impossible. I've tried so hard. I've listened to many artists, and I just like there's like very like I like old country, but like
The saying in country is that real country isn't on the radio. I like country that's like fun. That's not like, oh, I met a girl. I like country that's like fun. That's not just
but
about
when I
romance.
talk about underground music, I'm a snob.
yeah, it's cool though about like the high school and stuff because now I'm next year in January my high school invited me to give a lecture. My old high school graduated from invited me to give a lecture to students about writing and being successful. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm not successful. I'm not famous. Like, what the fuck is this shit? They're like, well, you took your dreams, you made it a reality. And I'm like,
Good enough.
I'm like, all right, I guess this is a success for you guys. But yeah, I was like, this is wow, but it's a really good opportunity because I'm gonna have all the students like write a question to their favorite like artist or author or anybody that they look up to. But yeah, that because like getting to go back and see what it is like now, but it's also nerve-wracking because I'm an unfiltered person.
Yeah, you gotta put on your mask.
You know how many friends and like bands I've told this to, and they're like, "You're gonna try to not cuss during this lecture." I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It's gonna slip. Something's gonna slip at one point. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. But getting into old school stories, story of the week. I love this is a fun thing to do because I've done it like once, twice, but it's just like getting to do it with you guys because I know you graduated.
I am graduated. I am class of 2024.
And you guys are still in high school, right?
Yeah.
Senior. No, they're in middle school.
Look at our bassist. Look at him in the face and tell me he's a high schooler.
Juniors, seniors. All right. So I had to think of what I wanted to have you guys to be, so I chose detention, like wild detention stories. If you like, I could start to like give you kind of like a basis.
Let's go like in a horseshoe.
All right. So I had to think about which one I want to do because I got a lot. It was freshman year, and I used to sell homework answers and test answers
Baller.
for weed.
Damn.
So it was just
wow, that is baller.
yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah, I was like, people always like, and I was so inconspicuous because I was like the nerd to be like, oh, he doesn't do anything. I'm like, nah. Oh, you want answers? All right, so give me an 8 tomorrow, and I'll bring you. but I kept doing it. One day, end of the day, I get pulled out of class by my math teacher, and he goes, "Were you ever a Boy Scout, Chris?" And I was like, for a little bit, yeah. And I go, "What's the Scout code?" And then he like tried to make me recite the Scout code, and I was like, "The fuck are we doing right now?" And he was like, "I know you gave the answers to the student, and I found it, and it's your handwriting." And I was like, in my head, I was like, motherfucker couldn't fucking hide the answer sheet because I just gave one for the test to one person and they would pass it around the class.
Right.
But this one of the guys, he was a senior in Algebra 1.
That's relatable.
Yeah, it's me.
And
That's me.
he just had the sheet just right out there, just like, A1, okay? And I remember I got suspended for 2 days for academic dishonesty. And I was like, what the fuck? And then the one guy that got us caught says, hey, meet me at the school. And I was like, all right. He gave me like half an ounce. He's like, I'm sorry, man, just for that. I was like, oh, we're good. Don't trip. But how about you guys?
I'm lame. I was a good boy, and I still am a good boy. So the only story I have is third grade, second year, third grade, because I got held back. Metal guy held back when you know. Second year of third grade. I don't even remember it because apparently I was such in a blind fit of rage from a kid taking a ball from me at recess. I did. I don't even remember. Because I remember, like, getting mad and all of a sudden, like, snapping to, like, lunchtime, because at that school it was, you go to recess and then you eat lunch. And I was, all of a sudden I was eating there, I was pulled in, and they were telling me all the things I did and what I said, and I was like, but I don't even remember what I did. Like, what did I do? He took my ball from me. I don't know. And I got sent home, and I got sent home, and my parents repeated back to me what I said, and I was like, I still don't know what you're talking about. And to this day, I actually still don't know what I said to the poor kid who took my ball in the third grade. So I legitimately don't know what I said, so.
I mean, I've been there. I remember first grade, I got a detention for apparently stabbing a girl in the face with a pencil. I did not stab her in the face with a fucking pencil. So what I did, I remember it too. I mean, I know it was a long time ago, but I remember it. I was special. I did take the short bus, but
oh no,
I took a pencil and I was like pretending it was an airplane. I was like, and I just like on her cheek, like I poked her. Like you couldn't even see a mark. There was no bleeding, nothing. She just, and I was like, the fuck, calm down. Yeah, I was like, motherfucker. Yeah, those elementary school detentions, it's just like, I'm getting a detention.
Original O Block.
Third grade me had issues.
Still do. Just kidding.
To
I
my
wanna hear
fucking
your story,
hood.
Okay, I think I'll just say one, but in like middle school, I'll say maybe 6th grade, I did this thing where I walked down to my class and I put my backpack outside the door like I did for every day for the last 2 years. And I was just on this week streak of just having the worst shit happen to me. Like I was like hanging out with my friends and I was setting my bag down and it's like splatted ranch all over him. I got a fucking detention for that, but that's not what I'm talking about. It was just like a whole week where I got a detention every day because I like just series of unfortunate events. But I set my backpack down there like I did every fucking like day of the year, and I come up and this old fucking 80-year-old meatball looking ass bitch who has wrinkles on every single part of their body is like, you're not supposed to be outside of the red line until it's class time. And I'm like, I've been doing that and you've seen me do it. And then she's like, you get a detention. And I had a detention and I was sitting there with the teacher that I'm with and she's like, what are you in here? You're never usually got a detention. I'm like, I just put my backpack in front of your class like I always do. And then she was like, yeah, she's like, I don't know, going through menopause or something.
Jeez.
Yeah. I still think that's fucking bullshit, man.
I never got in trouble for it, but in middle school, I used to sell Xanax.
Oh no.
That is a completely different topic.
No, but it wasn't even Xanax, because in middle school you don't know what real drugs look like. So I used to put Aleve is blue.
I love Aleve.
And I used to put Aleve in a Ziploc bag. I'd be like, oh, I got some Xanax, bro. You want to buy some? So I get like $10 a pill. And I remember I was just like, I almost got caught one time, but I just dumped it in the trash. People were like, oh, you're going to just dump it all? And I was like, it's Aleve. Like, what am I losing?
Breaking news. Elementary school kid sells Aleve to other students.
Like, I don't know what I get in trouble for. It's not even Xanax, but kids believed it. How about you?
All right.
Here, want to pass the mic
Yeah,
there real quick?
I mean, I haven't really gotten in trouble much. And this story didn't get me in trouble, but I felt terrible for it. And it was 8th grade PE. And I was in a class with a bunch of 6th graders. Still don't know why, really, but I was. And this girl, she had been having a terrible day, and I knew it too. And she was like on the bench, like already basically crying. And the coach told her to go play dodgeball with us. So she's on the other side, and I like dodgeball. I have a fun time at dodgeball. I was not trying to, but I absolutely nailed her right in the face. Like, so close, too. It was so bad. And, I mean, she was on the floor just, like, bawling her eyes out, and I just felt so bad. Oh, that was terrible.
Oh, those are the best. I love, like, dodgeball is like especially when you get someone perfectly in the face, you can hear it to them.
Oh, yeah.
That boom! You're just like, oh, I know that hurt. And they're just, their side of their face is red. It's like starting to inflame. They're like, I'm okay.
I love dodgeball. Dodgeball's the best.
Me too. Dodgeball's the
Was it
greatest
with the
sport.
foam ones or with like the real red ones?
We had like a mix. I don't know why. We had like the small foam ones, but then just like the fat red rubber ones. And I hit her with the fat red rubber one.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'll be
Yeah.
like, if it was with the foam one, I'm like, really?
No,
You have to have a good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
was bad.
yeah, PE. I remember I had some fun times in PE. I did dodgeball for finals one year. I love doing dodgeball. My favorite. How about you?
I mean, yeah, I also, like, I can't say that I got into trouble much as a kid. I mean, like, the only time that I thought was totally bullshit, because, like, there's this one kid during the entirety of middle school, 6th, 7th grade, that hung out with me and my friends, and he was, like, a weirdo, but I don't know if he had some mental problems with him or what, but he was just, like, unhinged, and at one point, it was, like, after school, it was me and 2 other of my buddies, and he said something to this one guy, and he, like, got really pissed for some reason and was gonna, like, attack him. So I pushed him back, and I guess I hit him, apparently. But, and, like, so my mom showed up, like, as that was happening, and me and my friend, because he was, like, trying to jump at us, we're like, get in the car! So we, like, ran into my mom's car. We're like, drive! And so we got out of, like, that area. But apparently I got in trouble for it because I assaulted a kid, and, like, I hit a kid, and I'm like, it's deserved. He was attacking my friend.
But didn't he
it's
like roll down a hill? Didn't you like push him down a hill or something? Come on.
It's like you may have broken a leg, but still.
Still, not my bad.
There's only been one time I've darted after a fight, and it was like a group fight. It was like a brawl. And one of my buddies, Noah, he pulled up. It was 3v3, and it was just going ham. But he was late, and he pulled up on his bike, takes a big ass wrench out of his backpack, walks up to a kid, and just goes tonk, and I was like, and he just out, and I was like, oh fuck, we better dip. I was like, oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know if I want to be around this. Was the cops show up?
Wheelchair for life.
Yeah, I was just like, where the fuck did you get a wrench? He's like, I always got a wrench in my backpack. And I was like, what the fuck?
He's strapped with a wrench.
How old was everyone in this situation?
15, 16.
15? Was bro in like ROP like mechanics or something? He just had a wrench in his backpack. This is
Yeah.
my homework. This is a homework in my backpack. I just ooh.
Got 10 millimeter
He has an
socket on me
inventory.
all times.
That's usually the opposite of what happens. You never have 10mm sockets.
I know, right? But yeah,
There
I
you go with the car lingo.
This guy I'm a car guy. This guy hates it when I talk about cars.
Gets me to point A to point B. I don't care.
trust me. You know how long I've been working on, because I used to be a part of the sideshow community. How long I've been wanting to mix the sideshow community with the heavy metal community, and just somehow, some way, in a safe environment, just have a music video for a band right in the middle of the pit, and then have cars go around the
That would
band
go
while
so
they
hard.
play.
It's
That would go
called
so hard.
it's called taking it to a track and doing it legally.
Yeah.
Or a demolition derby.
Yeah. Demolition derby, that'd be dope. But that's not safe at all.
A takeover is hardcore. A demolition derby is heavy metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go to sideshows anymore. There's only one reason, because last time I went, someone just like usual, they were hanging out the window spinning, but it took a guy out and just. Damn. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting shot.
Cool. Yeah, that makes fucking sense.
I was like, fuck this shit. I'm like, just start spinning. Like, you don't need to just go, oh, I'm gonna waste like $100 worth of ammo real quick. I'm just like, I'm cool. Thank you.
California, he paid good for that ammo too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and guarantee it's not like registered ammo too. You spent a pretty penny.
You go to Oregon to dodge the sales tax?
Usually I go to Nevada. Nevada's cheap ammo. But off that topic.
On the topic of guns and killing.
Actually, getting into
Oh
the next question.
No, I just realized where we're going.
Tell me about your song "Kill or Be Killed."
Breaking local band endorses gun violence.
The song's about killing your neighbor.
No, it's not.
That was like an involuntary transition. But yeah, tell me about the story of Kill or Be Killed and where it came from and everything like that.
So these three jokers here will just say, "Oh, it's about war," but
Hey.
I have the backstory.
really,
Well, okay, I have my interpretation.
what's your interpretation?
My interpretation was always about, it doesn't matter, no matter the protests, no matter the the fight backs, no matter the rallies, is that there's going to be war and the government is going to sanction it. And it's going to be like, you can say what you want about me, but I'm just doing what I'm told. That's one of our lyrics, and it's just about, you can riot, you can try to stop us, war is always going to happen.
That's sort of my interpretation, but my interpretation is also how like you're part of a machine and you're part of a war, but you need to do these things to kill just to keep yourself alive.
Right.
Just because, yeah, I'm doing what I'm told, but what I'm being told to do is kill, and I need to kill to survive. And if I want to live, I just need to kill. I need to do what I need to do just to keep going. And
So it's basically about war.
basically, but we can think a little bit more. It's not just caveman riffs here, okay?
So what you're saying, I kind of get what you're saying, because you're bringing it to nowadays age where everything's pure chaos, especially now with like all the election shit, all the controversy, how there's just, I swear there's more hate now, like since the beginning of this year to now.
That means metal sells.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just the hate has grown a lot more. Like now festivals will put out lineups and like first comment you'll see be like, this is some bullshit ass lineup. And it's just like,
When it's like near perfect.
yeah. And it's like, but you got to realize there's not much room to play with anymore, since like I talked about this before, but next year you got to realize we have Sick New World. We got When We Were Young. We got Warped Tour coming back. We got we have a shit ton of festivals.
Dude,
like,
Acid Bath is coming back for Sick New World, and
keep that in mind. Acid Bath.
And still
good.
people are mad. It's like, no, but Acid Bath is back. What are you complaining about? This is like one of the best bills like in like this is a decade. That's 10 years.
Probably.
It's the best festival lineup I think I've ever seen in my life, and you're still complaining? Acid Bath is back, and it's like mayhem for like the first time in the U.S. in like a long time or something.
Yeah, big ass bands are still at the bottom. That's how you know it's crazy.
And people are still complaining, and that's what I just hate. I hate that.
And by the way, being an Acid Bath, you guys may be seeing them on the podcast next year, so you know that.
That's
and
awesome.
man,
Yes.
dude, I told people, I was like, if I do get the 100% from Mayhem, I'm having the bassist sign my arm. I'm getting it tatted. No fucking way.
Honestly, and people will be like, "Oh, you listen to Mayhem, you're a poser." But I'm like, dude, in my opinion, if you listen to Mayhem but also listen to other black metal, you're not really a poser, because Mayhem is still good black metal.
Yes.
And
yeah, it's good for a bad genre.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kidding.
He's gonna. Euronymous is gonna come back and stab you. But
Wrong person. Wrong person.
well, he's still alive, so
He can still come
he
back.
can just. That's yeah.
He can come back from the ranch he lives on now. Doesn't he
Yeah.
live like on a ranch?
Yeah,
now?
he lives on a ranch.
spouting anti-Semitic
Yeah.
remarks.
He lives in a ranch with his wife and like I think like 3 kids. The last time he's ever been like publicly online.
Isn't Euronymous dead?
Yes, Euronymous is dead. We're
Oh,
talking.
yeah.
We're talking about.
You
We're talking
watched
about
the movie,
Varg.
like,
Yeah,
4
how about
times.
Var? Yeah.
We've all.
Yeah.
We've all watched Lords of Chaos. We saw him mix the chocolate milk. We all saw that.
Yeah, that really crucial scene.
Oh yeah.
I tell people because I've seen like people go, "Oh, I want to watch that movie." I'm like, "Are you mentally stable?" And they go, "Yeah, I'm pretty." Okay, you can watch it then. 'Cause if you're not, that shit will fuck your head up.
Dude, I'm an extreme horror fan. I love extreme horror movies like Cannibal Holocaust, like August Underground. Like that is my deal. So like like the stuff, not to be an edgelord, but the stuff like people can't stomach, I'm like, this is awesome. It's fucking awesome. That's why I love metal.
Oh yeah, like I love, especially how like the way they depicted everything in that movie, how they like love horror and like, but like they just got down to everything, to like the
I'm
murders,
so
the burning
surprised the band
churches.
hates the movie. I'm so surprised.
It's not
Yeah.
really accurate. Euronymous was more like he wasn't like that like confident. He was really more like you guys are posers. He wasn't like as confident and like out there as he was in the movie. He was portrayed more out there from what the others say. I think it's a good movie just for the entertainment access, for the entertainment purpose of it being it's a cool metal film that's somewhat correct. But I do know that from researching that it's not
And
the
a
most
practical
accurate.
church burning.
But
It is.
I also
That is
watched, because I watched both interviews with the band's perspective of the movie plus the director and the actor's perspective of the movie. The director, he tried reaching out to the band to get help to like create this movie. They did not help him at all. And he legit got everything he could. Like he got the autopsy records of Euronymous and death and everything, and like he got as much as he could with what he had. So considering on that part, I get it, but on the band's perspective, I also get it. So it's kind of like a yin yang kind of thing.
Didn't he direct it off the book?
Yeah, it's the book that was also reamed for not being accurate.
The only time Lords of Chaos is ever mentioned in the Mayhem history is the name of the book.
Yeah, and the title card opens up with something like this story is based on the truth and the lies. So it's like automatically people need to be like, okay. The book also opens with that too, I think. So people need to be like, okay. People need to take it with a grain of salt and just enjoy it for it being a somewhat accurate, like, is it biopic? Like The Dirt? Is that what it's called? Like The Dirt's awesome too.
I think I don't think it's as like accurate because it's not like directly with the band. So it can be kind of a biopic, but like not to the extent.
Because if I could like, because someone asked me one time, like, if you can pick a dead artist to interview, one of the people would be Death.
Joey.
Joey, yeah, that'd be a good one too.
This guy's the resident Slipknot lover over here.
Oh no, Joey Jordison is like still my favorite drummer to this day. Just the way if you watched him play without his mask and stuff, you're just like, he plays with ease.
He plays this like swagger. It's,
Yeah.
like, crazy.
He just has fun with it, which R.I.P. Joey. But getting into more chaos, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Yep.
What a transition.
What a transition. My opinion, I watched that whole fight. I sat there for 4.5 hours watching that whole thing. And then the tragedy I was just like, every round just ended and I was just like more and more disappointed.
Yeah.
The girls' fight was better.
Yes.
Yeah, it literally was.
That girl from Ireland did not she just freaking, and then her eye just, I was like, oh shit.
It's crazy.
Dude, I've seen so many different camera angles of like Mike Tyson going like,
Yeah, holding his
of,
punches.
like, and
He's
literally-
definitely got paid, dude. Definitely.
I don't know. I think everyone's thinking too much on it. Like, the dude's old. He's an old dude. He's
Have you
messed
seen
up
his
from
training
boxing.
videos?
Yes, but how long do the training videos last? About as long as he lasted in the fight.
Yeah,
Like,
and you
he
know how
lasted
long
20
his fights
seconds.
usually last?
Fair, but I don't know. He's an old dude, and Jake's really young. He's a bigger dude. He's got
And
more
he's got a
reach.
lot more money.
Did you look at the contract though? He
And the
wasn't.
script?
Yeah, the script, but the contract itself, it was just like he wasn't even allowed to knock out Jake Paul within the first 3 rounds. He wasn't
Yeah,
even
'cause it
allowed
was
to
like
because he would
all
have been an
rigged.
auto loss if he did that. And I was like, and then like looking at the other rules too, I'm like, oh, so they pretty much just made it for Jake to win, and then Jake and Mike Tyson. I mean, he pretty much kind of admitted he did it just so that way he can be financially stable for the rest of his life.
He was like, the whole thing.
You channeled your inner Mike Tyson there. Whole feel.
The whole thing with the fight.
We love you, Mike.
The whole thing with the fight was that,
We're gonna die.
like, Mike Tyson in his first,
Mike Tyson walks
30
through the door.
he'd say hi to my dad. My dad's a boxer.
What
and he
did you
knows Chuck
say about
Norris.
me?
Chuck Norris.
Anyways, the whole deal with Mike Tyson was like the first 35 years of his boxing career, he like skipped out on so much opportunities with his family, and now that's why he's such a family guy, because he's like, it's all about my family. It's all about my family.
Yep.
Because like now he needed the money, he needed the publicity, and like he'd so much rather just be with his kid than fight another 25-year-old.
Oh yeah.
That was his thing. And that's why they clenched so much. Like, you see that they like clenched like 12 times. Most time, like, probably not. I'm just pulling that out of my ass.
Well,
but,
his
like,
his ass was clenched. I mean,
We all saw that.
We were watching that. We had like the fight broadcasting while we were playing poker.
Yeah.
And we looked like, he just kissed a guy. His ass is out. We were, like, freaking out.
It was so random.
Just like the one moment we decided to tune in, we're like, oh.
I love you, bro.
I think Jake should fight Ryan Garcia though. I feel like that'd be a bigger even match.
I think the one, like, my favorite thing from that whole fight was it wasn't Jake's entrance, but the fact that he came out to In the Air Tonight, because Hangover reference, and I love the Hangover. So
Yes.
I loved that. I thought that was really funny.
So what he means is that he's really glad that Jake Paul won.
I'm not. That's
kidding.
not what I'm saying.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't.
But getting into right now, it's the day before my 2-year anniversary show. You guys are watching.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
You
Mosh
got
Pit Podcast for life.
Mosh Pit Podcast.
Year all might.
2 years doing this shit is crazy, but also I know you guys are watching. You're like, Merry Christmas, but yeah, this is awesome. Also getting to film in a house again, and like doing this kind of stuff brings me back to when I started. And one more problem remembers when I started too, of how they came to my house at 11 at night. Never met them a day in my life, and we drank a 34-pack of Modelo.
Damn.
And I was 19 or 20.
Out of how many people?
I think it was 5 people.
Damn, that's still a lot of fucking beer. Still a
And
lot of beer.
I was still underage, and my editing skills were bad, but I was good enough to where I can make it. You don't see me drink, but you just see the beer levels go like this.
It's like stop motion.
It's like, legal reasons, I'm just pouring this out.
I'm pouring out for all the dead homies.
Yeah, totally.
But getting into, I made some pit activities for tomorrow. And what is your guys' favorite that you're most looking forward to?
I'm so excited for the pit. What is it?
We have the Twister. I forgot what your guys' was. We had the
We're
Twister.
Twister.
I'm excited for the pinata.
The
know it's
pinata.
I'm
pinata, and you're gonna let go, and in 5 seconds, it's just gonna get encapsulated.
I'm
Yeah.
low
I
key
think the
excited for
pinata's
the.
gonna be awesome. Yeah.
I'm low key excited for the pinata. That's gonna
That
be
is just
awesome.
gonna be gone in 5
I know
seconds.
people are gonna get like killed for that.
Yeah.
I know, because I know there's still people that are like looking at that post. I've had people DM me and go, "What the fuck is a pit pinata?" I go, "You will see."
Yeah, it's gonna be kill or be killed there, dude.
Oh yeah.
But that's
When I drink smart water, it's kill or be killed. Remember that?
Anthony, lead singer Anthony. There's a picture of him holding he's holding the mic like this, but he's holding like a bottle of smart water with the logo out, and it's like the perfect, like if we were sponsored by smart water, it's the perfect like cross endorses smart water. Just It's
We should endorse Chef Boyardee.
Oh yeah, that's
That
fun.
is a great.
That's a great story.
Let me tell you.
Can we go off in our random story time?
Yeah, go ahead.
So one day after practice, me, Anthony, and Ryan went to Safeway, and we were like, "Let's get some Chef Boyardee," and we got like that giant ass tub of the fucking raviolis, and we came back. And we didn't realize that our can opener was broken. So we spent like 30 minutes stabbing at it with a fucking knife.
You guys broke it because you guys.
we were stabbing at it to open it, and like there were like metal shards in there. There was fucking like we should have just chewed the fucking can opener.
Yeah, it was so bad. And like we poured it all into a big bowl.
There was
We were just,
sauce
eating
on
out of
the
bowl.
ceiling.
It was
Yeah,
so horrible.
Zach comes in to get his cab, and we're all hunched over a bowl, and we look over. He's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I was leaving. I was like, I'm just gonna go home. You
You're
guys
just
have
like
fun.
ravioli.
Dude, it felt like we were eating out of a fucking pig trough, dude.
So horrible. That
It was like
put me off of Chef Boyardee for months.
I came back. I can never.
No,
quit.
it's one of
Never
these.
quit.
Sometimes I'll just be like, "Hey, you want some ravioli, Michael?" And he'll be like,
Those
"No."
two revolt, and I'll be like, sure.
I've been there though, because I think I never used a knife, but I had to use a rock one time. I was camping, okay, and I had a can of food, but I had like nothing to open the can, and I thought it was one of those ones where you can just.
Right.
Nope. And I just took a rock and like shaved it down as best as I could, and then just started I was just like fucking with it. It was just so mangled and everything. By the time I opened it, I was just like, "This is a travesty."
Every single can should be pull off.
What have I done?
I don't care if it like lessens the life expectancy, dude.
Yeah, but like also, but it's like, what's the point of not doing it?
Like actually,
Right.
Yeah, like I feel like that should be a law. Trump,
Law.
Trump, fix the cans.
Yeah,
That's the biggest problem.
That's our
that's
biggest
what we
problem.
need.
Fix the cans.
to attack the can problem in America.
The future of this country is easily openable cans, you people. All right, you understand? It's gonna be
accessed.
everything is gonna be easy to open. I promise. It'll be easy. It'll be easy.
Unlike the border.
It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be the greatest can opening you've ever seen.
see a better can. Never see a better
Every can recycled back goes to the border.
That's what we feed our workers, easily openable cans.
All right, we took a little bit of a break, but we are going to get into a part that I know that they loved. They saw it with Parabellum. It's called Explain That Photo.
Uh-oh, huh? Okay.
So,
Emery, help me.
we're going to get into the first one real quick. So, all you got to do, this isn't like the what do you meme? This is just like pictures I found of you guys, not all of you guys, but pictures I found that you guys can explain the moment that you're in.
Right.
So, off with you. All right, we're gonna put it up right now.
Oh yeah, there's the emo phase. I was talking about.
Gonna pass that one around.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
What
Oh
the-
yeah. You're like blonde. What the hell?
I am. I had frosted tips.
That's
my
terrible.
gosh.
I know. But you know what? It's out there now, so I'll wear it with pride. I had my emo phase,
go
and
back
you know
to
what? Yeah.
In your Guns N' Roses shirt.
Yeah. That is with my pink camouflage mug.
That's a look
That
right there, dude.
is camping. I don't remember where. I think this is either Oregon or Eureka, California. No, actually no. This is Humboldt, because I got this hat at a Humboldt. It might have been a dispensary, but I don't remember. I was a freshman and I didn't know what drugs were because I was a good kid.
I still think you don't.
I mean, no. But I still have that Guns N' Roses shirt, but that's just that's camping, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed, internet. You hear me?
You're like Kevin from Home Alone. I'm not afraid anymore.
I'm not afraid anymore.
The same.
I do look the same. I'm gonna be carded at bars till I'm like 35.
All right, next one. I'll hand it to you.
Uh-oh.
Ah, yeah.
Dude, he's so swag. Who's that? Who's that diva?
That's a funny photo. That was in our last year English class. He was there. He was there on that exact day, actually.
Was I there or was I late?
Shut up. I don't. I mean, what? Our friend had these glasses, and he was just having people take pictures with them. And I was like, "Here, let me get one." And it just, yeah. Man.
I don't know how, but your eyes look even smaller than they are.
I know. That's great.
When I knew you were doing this, I was getting ready for the picture of you with the banjo.
Oh,
That's what I was getting ready for.
banjo.
But
After this, I'll show you the other pictures I had that I did.
The runner-up?
Okay.
Yeah, runner-ups.
But last one, I got 3 today. Sorry, you guys, but
We're special.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. This was my profile picture for a good minute. I was just being retarded on stage. It was after show. Yeah.
What show's that?
That was, I think, second green room.
The second green room show?
Yeah, that must have been.
That was my profile picture. I thought I was like, I look so stupid. This is awesome.
oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I have some other ones. I know there's probably one that you already knew I had.
I know what one that was.
I know because I text you. I was like, tell me you like country.
I love country.
But nice little fun one. I wanted to do for them because I know he was talking about it and we were talking about it in the group chat. But
It was so fun. It was
wanted
awesome.
to fill that one in because usually I don't really do those for like full podcasts, but I wanted to because I usually do them at like pre-shows.
Yeah.
We're
We're just that cool.
yeah, they're just that
Yeah.
cool. They're those guys. Those
We're,
guys from
we're
Cross.
Cross and you're not.
We need to bring that back. I don't care that we
I
stole
keep
from
forgetting
Megadeth.
to. I keep forgetting to say it.
We need to bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back right here.
There's another question I know we were talking about before, but what's your guys' favorite post or pre-show meal?
No.
I have a story. I don't know if it's the greatest one, but it was right after we finished recording our single, the Killer Be Killed one.
Oh yeah.
We were
the
decided-
worst pizza.
Yeah,
known
we were
to
like
man.
we wanted to go get pizza, so we split up in our own cars. But I didn't have my license at the time, so I rode with Bryant, and it was rain. It was pouring rain the whole time.
Pouring.
And it was like foggy and stuff. It was like horrible. But we were driving down the back roads, and we got to the pizza place. Well, do you remember what pizza
It was
was?
Pizza Plus.
We went to Pizza Plus, and we got there and we're like, "Where is everybody?" So we called them. We're like, "Where are you guys?" And like, "We're at the Pizza Plus." And we're like, "Which one?" And we went to the wrong Pizza Plus. Like it was what an extra 20 minutes. that
Yeah.
we had to drive. It was
This is
30.
what. But
was
at the time, I was driving my Jeep. It was a Grand Cherokee. It was lifted. The mud tires, the whole 9 yards. I was driving down that road with full light beams. They are not that just the full like off-roading lighting you could have because it was just pouring down.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Like there was more water in the air than there was air.
Yeah, I was. This is the funny. He's not going to tell you this, but this is the funniest bit. I'm driving down that road, trying not to hit the deer and the other cars coming through because it's all 2-lane roads. But this dude is sitting there with the GPS on my phone and his and watching Instagram reels on in the other hand. So he's like, oh yeah, turn right here.
yes, dude.
Brain rot to the max.
He's watching Instagram reels, and I'm like, "Where am I going, Ryan?" And he's like, "Oh, we're at bad spot. No internet here." Keep scrolling. And they're like,
phone doesn't work, but this one does.
It's rerouting, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
We went all that way. And you're like, "Oh, you got to drive another 30 minutes."
and we were like, "Ugh."
And then we got there, had like 2 slices.
I
of
had
pizza,
one
and-
slice of pizza and a
Yeah.
cupcake.
That was the most
They're like,
fucking
okay.
greasy ass, slimy ass pizza I've ever
But-
had.
Me and Brian wouldn't know because we weren't there. We were there for like
Yeah.
10 minutes, and then you guys, okay, we want to go now.
We had like 5 pizzas because we were like, this is a great moment. But dude, it was
This
just
is-
like
This is a.
it was fucking grease strings. Like, oh my god, dude, it was in the middle of nowhere. That shit was so gross. But my pre-show meal is like chicken and rice because I love the gym, and that fills me up. But it's also a Rain, and I want to be sponsored by Rain.
Shut up.
This guy showed me Rain, and I have loved Rain ever since.
Speaking of that, this podcast is brought to you by
brought to you by Ghost. My monster.
No.
Red Bull gives you wings.
No more Ghost after that last time.
Bad experience.
I love
Tell us.
Ghost. It can
Whoa,
be
sorry.
extra sweet, but it's like I don't have it that often. It's like you have to be in the mood for it.
The only energy drink I can do is Red Bull because everything else is so sweet and it makes my stomach hurt. And Red Bull, it's like bitter and it's like it reminds me of like coffee
Gasoline.
where it's like,
It's also small. It's not like a giant can.
yeah.
I
What
used
happened with Ghost?
I used to be a big fan of Ghost.
What happened?
until our last green room show.
What happened?
I don't
At
even-
which green?
the
Blessed
last
Curse?
one we played.
Oh, with Blessed Curse and Blood
yeah,
Rock.
yeah. I was so tired. I'd had a horrible sleep, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna chug a mango Ghost before the show, like right before we go on.
Like he
stage.
regularly does.
And yeah, like I drink a lot of energy drinks. It's like
Me
that's
too.
not totally unusual. But I chugged this, and I mean, I was loading my stuff up onto the stage, or like was about to, or something. And I was walking in the parking lot, and it just hits me. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. And so I just walk over to the bushes. Like Ryan was
He
there.
leans over to me and his girlfriend. He's like, I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna
up."
throw up. So I walk over to the bushes, and it is just straight orange liquid mango Ghost coming out of my mouth. And I'm like, oh my god! And then 5 minutes later, I was up on the stage. And I was like, please don't let that happen again.
Aim it at the crowd.
You would be like one of the bassists of Exhumed. One of the bassists and then guitarists of Exhumed can throw up on command on stage, and you just get him to go.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
That was like the first time.
Guar.
First time I met Hayden from Sober and Suicide.
Oh boy.
That's who we were outside at Goldfield and Roseville, and I just met Hayden, and I think it was energy drinks or something, and he was drinking a lot of it, and he was like, I was showing him some stuff, he was showing me some stuff, and I can see like that pre.
No, yeah.
You're just like, oh shit, and I was like, just lean over the edge. You know how it is at the Goldfield and Roseville. I was like,
Yeah.
just
Yep.
we were legit at that like little sitting spot in that square.
Yeah, the smoking area.
Yeah, and I was like, just lean over and puke. Right here, there's no one here, just do it right here. And he's like, no, I'm gonna go inside and go to the bathroom. He makes it to the sliding door, just turns his head and goes, "Ah!" But then like a little drop of it got in this drunk guy's shoe,
Oh.
Oh god.
and he was pissed. Started yelling at him, about to start swinging on Hayden. And I was like, hey! This is the first time I ever got recognized. He looks up at me and goes, Chris from Mosh Pit Podcast. And I was like, yeah, but just calm down. He goes, no, I love your stuff. Come over here, man. And then Hayden goes, I think you just saved me. I was like, I've never been recognized before. This is pretty cool.
Recognition is always so weird.
I've been
I had
recognized once or twice.
I had a fan in my house, cross fan in my house,
When?
and my dad has a band. He was trying out some dude that played with us at the Cafe Colonial Theater.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yeah, man, I'm in a band. And it was like, you guys know Cross? And I was like, cooking food shirtless. He was like, man, I love Cross. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I ran upstairs and I put on my shirt. And my girlfriend was like sitting in bed. And she's like, what are you doing? I was like, there's a Cross fan here. She's like, what? And I went downstairs and I just continued cooking. And then he came up and was like, dude, you're in Cross. It's crazy. And like, yeah, man, what's up? And it was kind of weird.
Was the cross logos even on the drum set?
No, I think it was off.
The craziest recognition I've ever gotten was this year when I was interviewing Left to Suffer, and I was at their show with Hanabi. And I don't know if you guys know who Hanabi is. They're from Japan. They're signed with Sony.
I don't know.
They're signed with Sony Records, right? I knock on their dressing room. They're hard as fuck. Like, her vocals are like high pitched, but she can get deep guttural sounds out of her. And I knock on their dressing room door. The manager he works at Sony Records since 1990. Opens the door and he goes, "Oh, you're Chris from Mosh Pit Podcast." And I was like, "No fucking way, you know who I am." I was like, that's the wildest shit ever. And I take pictures with them. By the way, you guys know who Left to Suffer is.
Yeah.
Taylor is tall as fuck.
Singer?
The singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I first time met him, I was like,
Have you two ever been recognized? Because I have tons of being recognized stories.
I've been a few times. Like I'm just like in my classes at school or whatever, and they're like, "You're in that one band, Cross, right?" And they're like, "How do you know that?" Like I don't talk about it at school much. And they're like, "Oh yeah."
I never talk about, especially at work. Like, I never talk about it. I've only had like a couple times where like coworkers will be like, "Oh, I find out you do a podcast." And I was like, "Shut the fuck up." That's like about non-work related HR involvement shit in that bitch. Like, nah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been recognized like outside of school. Like,
I've been recognized at Goldfields because I go to Goldfields a lot to sell pre-sale for us, like for the Skin Lab show, which is it's the only time I sold a pre-sale. But I have to do it again now for Venom Inc., which
you should check it out.
which is still upcoming when this comes out. But I've been reckoned from just going there mostly to sell the pre-sale, but also see the bands. But there's so many times I walk through like, "You're that band cross," and I'm like, it's a drunk guy. He's like, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's me. You want to buy a ticket?" "Yeah." And
Drunk recognitions they're fun, but they're hard as shit because then they want to get into a conversation with you.
yeah,
I
think it was a couple who recognized me at Salt Wound that we were at.
Yeah.
And they bought the first 2 Venom Inc. tickets. But I've been reckoning because I just go to so many shows, you start seeing the same people, and all of a sudden they're like, "You're in Cross. I remember I saw you, or I remember you talking to me," and then it's just crazy because we're just a couple of kids in like a local scene, and when you get actually recognized, it's like
It's weird because I talked about it like this. It was like you know people, but then when you do something that like you're putting content out and you're walking around and then someone comes up to you and they know you but you don't know them, that's what makes it weird. It's because you're just like, you've seen me talk but I've never even met you.
Right. Yeah. It's like, how do I talk to a person that knows me but I don't know them?
Yeah. Like it was like Aftershock. I was like getting recognized a good amount and it was fucking insane. My friends, because we were in a big group of like 10 people, they're all scattered eventually throughout the day because I run around. But it was just like, they're like, "Dude, can you not getting stopped? We're trying to go to this fucking stage." And I'm like, dude, I don't know how people know me, but I mean, it's either Mosh Pit Podcast or Aftershock Tattoo Guy.
yeah.
Big Dick is back in town.
That guy.
Yeah, he'll get recognized a lot.
I signed his poster at the Skin Lab show, so I'm on there somewhere.
I know, motherfucker Noah won't let me sign it. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm gonna sign it when he's not looking.
Yeah.
Like when he has this barrier over the photo pit, I'm taking photos. I'm gonna turn around
Just
the
a
Sharpie
giant M.
Yeah.
Mosh Pit Podcast. You get like a neon one and just cover all the other signatures. Mosh Pit Podcast.
Yeah, just fill it in, just like.
Picasso.
But yeah, it's rewarding because sometimes when you get into art and shit like this and being in the local scene or being a podcaster, a creator in general, when you get recognition like that, it makes you like, oh, this is why I do it.
Exactly.
But I know we got your 2. You said you hate Ghost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Do you eat anything before shows?
I mean, I just like eat, but
Yeah,
like
you don't
it's
have
not, I don't
anything?
like have like a set routine of stuff I eat.
I think I got a favorite post. It's been Taco Bell.
I would
Taco
agree.
Bell?
Man, every time I finish playing on stage and I'm tired, I'm just like, man, I could go for some Taco Bell.
The Taco Bell
I
in
would agree.
Cameron Park is open till 3,
That's the
so
one I go to. Yeah.
See, I'm an In-N-Out guy after a show.
Yes.
In-N-Out.
I remember last time I realized I was a full-on fat ass. It was like, I think it was after the Salt Wound show. I was talking to this chick, and she's like, "You should come over and cuddle with me." And I was in the In-N-Out drive-thru. I was like, I have a choice. Either I get out of the drive-thru, don't have In-N-Out tonight, probably just get like Jack in the Box and go hang out with this girl and cuddle, or stay here, get some
Hell
In-N-Out and go
yeah.
home. I was like, I'm already in bed. I'm tired.
Gotta get in there. Come on.
I was like, damn, I'm a fat ass. I really just turned down a cuddle sesh just so I could get a double and
No,
some
I
It's
need
like
to-
a burger's
4x4.
cuddling with your mouth. So
No,
like,
I
it
need
doesn't
to-
matter.
I need a cuddles, man.
In-N-Out is easily the best restaurant.
I
Or
would
like
agree.
fast food restaurant.
I think Chipotle is better.
Not
I think
anymore.
Chipotle's
Not
really
anymore.
overrated.
What do you mean not anymore?
Oh, 'cause the portion? The portion
I
and shit?
don't
Yeah, like
Start
the portion
recording
size
it.
and everything's kind of gross.
Just start recording it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They have ones now with drive-thrus. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not trusting a
Yeah.
drive-thru.
Dude, fucking DoorDash, when I go to that fucking Chipotle over there, it's like this big. But when I get a DoorDash, it's like a little, like, there's a singular bean, a singular fucking
Yeah.
grain of rice. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
For me, before shows, I do not eat because I will have an upset stomach. Like I just can't do it. And the thing is, I'm not nervous about playing the show. I'm nervous about putting on and taking off the gear because I'm like, we gotta get off. The next band's playing. They're bigger than us. We gotta go. But
You've
after
gotten a reputation of doing that really good, though.
yeah.
I was also happy that the Out the Attic, the place we're going to tomorrow, they posted on their story with like all the pits and stuff from last night. And I was like, okay, those videos made it look a lot bigger than what I
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
saw. Because when I first
Yeah,
saw it,
it
I was like
looks like my-
stressed. I was
Yeah,
like,
I was Damn.
but then now when I saw it, the videos from last night, I was like, we're
Yeah.
good.
I saw those last night. Those were like the first pictures I had seen besides the initial photos
Yeah.
that we had gotten. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it'll be a lot better.
Yeah, because I was
when-
ready for that crunch.
The first photos we got, I mean, I was like,
I saw those ones.
we are not gonna play.
He
this
was
show.
flat
I
out
was like,
refusing because Emery was like, there's a new venue we should do this, you can promote it. And I'm like, okay, let me see. And then the guy sends in progress pictures, not the finished. And I'm
I
like,
saw-
okay, here goes that. We're going to have terrible sound quality. We're not playing the show.
Yeah, what I saw in the picture was there was like no ceiling. There was like wood beams like hanging. There was a shovel on the floor. I was like, dude, come on.
Digging what?
I know, right? Like, why is there a shovel?
Oh yeah, I was stressing, but like now seeing the videos that they have now, it's
Yeah,
like, I was like,
we have to pull in because we should be able to use the big church stage if we get this thing like packed.
Yeah, because I talked to him like before.
it's probably gonna be packed.
It's
I know
gonna be
it's
packed.
I,
Shit.
I talked to him before we opened, and he said, I looked at the online, and I was like, this is a really big stage. How'd you do this? Like, he's like, no, I actually have a small stage, but if we can prove that I'm able to host some really big shows, they might let us use the big stage. So I'm like, guys, let's help them get them to use the big stage. And they're like, Zach's like, fine.
I've been pushing the hell out of this fucking show.
Yeah. This is gonna be so fucking crazy.
I know, because you know how many bands hit me up and go, "Oh, I saw this in Roseville. Was it at Goldfield?" And because people thought Out of the Attic was a band. I was like, "Nah, it's a new venue." And they're like, "Why fucking Jeff at Goldfield?" I was like, "It's not my thing. This is their thing."
Parabellum, shout out
yeah,
Parabellum. Parabellum booked this whole thing.
Yeah.
And
We love you, Parabellum.
we love you, Emery,
It was fun to hang out with them in LA.
all you guys.
Yeah, because I got to hang out with all them in LA at their first Whiskey A Go Go show. That was
That was awesome.
that's why I heard about you guys through the photographer.
Yeah.
He was like
Blackhand.
Blackhand, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like every like time I was like make eye contact, it's like you need to interview Cross.
He's my
Thank
gambling
you.
buddy that I can't gamble with yet because I'm 19. So he's my gambling buddy I can't gamble with. So we will someday, I promise.
I know. I was
Hit
like,
the slots.
he has his
No, I
he
play
has his
cards.
camera, and I was like, why don't you record a video like this? He goes, if I record, my camera's gonna die in like 2 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, he has some old equipment. It's some dope equipment. And I was like, he was like, talking to him was fun, and hanging out with all of them, and hearing about you. But yeah, that was a fun LA trip.
Yeah, they're fun. I got to play the breakdown of territory with Parabellum at the Green Room Social Club here. And
Ooh, I love Sepultura.
Oh, I got yelled at that Whiskey A Go Go show
really?
For
by
what?
security.
Why?
For what?
I just opened the door because they were doing sound check for the headliners from Switzerland, and I just went to go say, hey, I'm busy right now. I'll talk to you later, and then hang up the phone. I put my head out the door, and then the security guy goes, who opened the fucking door? Don't you open the fucking door? And all the bands are down there, they're looking at me, and I was like, sorry, but who do you think you're talking to? And
Literally.
then we got into the thing, and he ended up apologizing to me, and then the rest of the night, bands were like, well, I'm not going outside. I don't want the security guard to yell at me like he yelled at you.
Yeah, this summer for my high school graduation, I went to see oh no, now I'm blanking on the name. I want to say Trip Tie, but it's not Trip Tie.
No.
What's the name?
Slipknot
Not Slip?
cover.
I think it's not Slip, but
Not Sick.
Not sick. Yeah.
I saw them at the whiskey. Shout out, Not Sick. The bassist, I think he still follows me, but I think I'm pretty sure he followed me. I'm pretty sure, but
I think Not Sick should do a show with System of a Clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar.
I've been,
Yeah.
but I saw them there, and the security was really tight there, so I know what you felt. And then there's a really cool thrash band called Trimortis there, and I caught a free shirt from them, and they were really cool too. But yeah, the whiskey's awesome. I love the whiskey.
Whiskey and Ace of Spades are like
It's
goal venues.
Those are cool, but
Yeah.
I say if you're gonna, fuck it. If you're going down to LA, go for House of Blues. Don't go for whiskey. Whiskey's fall back.
But isn't House of Blues like bigger?
House of
I feel
One,
like
it's
I've
bigger.
seen-
2, more comfortable, nicer staff.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fuck it, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but the experiences I've had at whiskey, I get you're a big ass venue, you have a lot of history, but you need to calm it the fuck down and realize that people are human beings, and just because your venue has a lot of history, it doesn't mean that you get to treat people the way you do. Because I've talked to a lot of people that have played whiskey. It's cool to play once. And that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
I still love the whiskey. I don't care. Shout out the Rainbow too, because the Rainbow's dope. It's owned. I think they're owned by the same people.
Yeah.
Because they both keep the lights on there because it's 80s metal rock history. The 80s the Rainbow, really good food. Like not even like joking. Like it's still really good food. And there's one waitress there. I forget her name, but I've seen every time. We've been there 2 years in a row now at the Rainbow, and we saw her both times, and she remembered me from last year, and she was really cool. She would tell us stories of people walking in, and I think it was, I'll tell, but we're telling a story. My dad goes, "Who's the one rock star that's still not sober? Who are they still wild?" And she goes, everyone's pretty much calmed down except for one. And my dad goes, "Who?" And he goes, "Sebastian Bach."
Really?
Apparently I think if I remember correctly, she said Sebastian Bach, and apparently he still parties.
Oh, fuck.
But
reason I don't want to give shit to whiskey, but at the same time, it's just like, if you want experience wise as a band to be like, I felt like royalty at this venue. I felt like I was in a rock band that I was touring. House of Blues, when I went there, and I was just a fucking podcaster, I walked into the green room. Green room's nice. They even have a fucking shower and a bathroom in the green room.
That must be really useful.
And a lady comes in, takes my order for food, complimentary food, takes my order, and then she goes, "Oh, there's beer, soda, water in the fridge for you guys, like chips, salsa, all this stuff right here."
Damn.
And like they were just very like taking care of you, and it was a comfortable place.
Dude, that's the place to hit up next year when we have a van.
House of Blues.
House of Blues.
House of Rock.
No hate, Sebastian Bach, if she said it was you. I'm too of a good boy. I apologize.
It's also
Yeah, because
like
he's watching.
Oh yeah.
and also like
We're, like, famous.
loading in. House of Blues is a lot easier. You got
You probably saw us scrolling through, but there's a picture of me standing in front of the load-in doors for the whiskey, and even I was standing there, barely just off of our talent show. Even me standing there, I was like, "This is." I don't know how Motley Crue did this back then. Ooh.
Oh yeah, like when we got there, Parabellum's shit was like in the middle of the room. That's what they told us to put when we got there, and then the guy that told us to put there goes, "Who the fuck's shit in the middle of the room?" And then we're like, "You told us to fucking put it there." Yeah, it was just yeah.
Is there? Maybe I'm just going crazy. Isn't there a House of Blues in Vegas?
Yes.
They're like, I don't know if they're like franchised, but there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
We're going to Vegas.
Going to Vegas.
I think like the original one closed down, I think, or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember there was a big like, oh no, the original House of Blues or something. There's some House of Blues that closed.
Yeah, it's. But yeah, that's LA for you.
Yeah.
Big ol' cesspool.
Ooh. We want to play there.
We'll
Big
get you.
ol' happy rainbows.
Happy Rainbow
Have
Sunshines.
I'll have to hook you guys up with
Universal
some
Studios.
LA bands. I got a list
That'd be cool. Yeah.
of
Try
LA
Mortis.
homies.
Morning high.
Getting into
Ha!
promos
I
for
like
you
them.
guys. I think we are way over an hour now.
Sorry.
Ah,
Oh, no. It's good.
fun.
This is fun. I like doing this shit. It's way longer than me backstage going, oh, do you have to go on stage yet? But I would like to hear what you guys have planned for 2025 and if you maybe even have any stuff coming up before the end of the year.
Well, you said this is coming out what?
Legit, the week before New Year's Eve. Yeah, it's like the couple days before Christmas. So
Okay, so that means the only show left.
Insignificance out before. Swear to God.
Yeah, that means the only show as of right now, as of recording, would be Venom Inc. at Roseville Goldfields.
In Harlow's.
No, Harlow's is December 8th,
Oh, you're right.
so that
Oh,
would have
it'll-
already passed.
Yeah, you're right.
So the only show as of right now, as of recording, is Venom Inc. on Valentine's Day at Roseville Goldfields. Pre-sale available.
I'm surprised you already have pre-sales.
I picked them up when we saw Saltmoon.
Oh, you got it from Andrew?
I
Yeah.
sold 2 of them there.
That's dope. Dang, you're getting them early.
We got a. We should have a single on the way.
Yeah, we already have drums and bass recorded for that, and one
And
of the
one
guitars.
guitar.
One of the guitars.
I would like to maybe do a New Year's release.
Yeah.
If this
that'd be
guy will
great.
record his guitar.
Yeah, I mean, we also have to take into account other problems at the
Nah, we're
moment.
all good.
This is true. This is true.
So we'll figure stuff out. But if all goes well, we should have a little single out.
We'll
And
figure something out.
Next year, we're pushing for our E EP.
We're pushing
We would
for
like
an
to do
EP.
something like that.
Yeah, I think we have enough material and enough material that we're continuing to work on that we could release it. We just need to work on pumping it out
Yeah.
and at filming it and editing it and putting it out there.
Yeah, we really hope 2025 is our year that we really reach new heights.
Yeah.
Well, when you guys release, ready for, if you guys know that you're gonna do an EP, let me know, and I'll figure out we'll do some 360s, get some promo vids.
Unless
Yeah.
one of us dies, and then we're gonna get an EP out next year. I'm gonna push.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Push like a motherfucker.
I'd agree with that. We would like to have that.
But I'm excited to hear about all the stuff. I mean, even what you guys have out right now, I'm excited.
Last year we were telling ourselves, and last year we were saying, all right, Goldfields is the goal. If we can get to one of them, we're getting there, and we did.
Got to both of them.
We got the
Yeah.
Well, not
Quite yet, but
well. We planned both of them this year, but not.
Well,
Yeah.
And
I'd say it counts.
I say it
so
counts.
I say as long as we're hitting our goals for ourselves, then that's success in our book.
yep.
My goal last year, I remember I was sitting down at Phoenix Theater in Petaluma, and they're like, "What are your goals for 2024?" And I was like, "I want to post weekly," which I did, and I want to be able to partner with Aftershock. Which they were like, "You fucking good luck with that." Guess what? I did, motherfuckers. I got 9 tickets from them, 9 4-day passes, plus doing promos and shit. And then even 98 Rock gave me an extra pass they had, and I was just like, "What?"
You know what would be sick?
Huh?
Mosh Pit Podcast, either before or after party of Aftershock. That'd be so sick.
What does that even
I'm
mean?
talking to some people about some things next year. People, I mean, I'll just say one word: hemorrhage.
Ooh, hit us up.
Yes.
Getting into that, we're gonna try to do something that's more not gas station theme, but an actual after party with bands playing in buses and shit like that.
Yeah, that's
That'd
That'd
be
be
so
so
sick.
awesome.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
What's in mind?
Please, we need money.
Hey, there's a friend.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. This is fun.
This was awesome.
Yeah,
This
thanks
is better
for
than I
having
could
us.
ever.
I wanna
ever-
do more
ever
of this.
imagine. This was awesome.
Yeah, and I'm glad you guys are coming for. I'm glad you guys did this, and tomorrow we're gonna fucking have a
Throw
blast.
down.
As of recording tomorrow, we'll have fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be stressful when we get there, and but once doors open, we get the people coming in and do the sets and everything. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll just
Yeah,
That'll be good.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
it will be cool.
It's always stressful with a new venue.
Yeah, right.
It's always stressful. But all their stuff will be down in the link below.
Please check us out.
Let's
Love
check
you
us out.
forever.
And if you listen to it once, listen to it again, and then one more time after
So then you
that.
can learn the lyrics.
Yeah. Know the lyrics. Know it. You need to sing along at these shows.
Oh yeah.
Get your pre-sale.
Get your
Get your
pre-sales. Get your
Venom Inc.
pre-sales. I'll put his phone number and address down below. So hit
Social security
Guy,
number.
a hardcore show at my place.
Involuntarily.
Involuntarily.
it'll be at 6 a.m.
Okay. It's gonna be one more problem.
Actually, new venue just dropped. It's his house.
Oh yeah, it's
Thank you guys so much again.
Hell yeah.
We'll catch you next week, Mosh. Later.
Get to the fucking podcast. I forgot.
Yeah!